All right, we're good. Hey, good evening. Final Vagrants here. John is with me, Chuck here, and we just wanted to hop on this evening and talk about the big news. Totally unexpected news. I'm at work Friday. I have, you know, checking my emails. All of a sudden, I get this announcement from Kiss in the morning and 45th anniversary box set. I'm like, whoa, because honestly, I know, they've been celebrating the releases of some of their albums and coming out with cool merchandise. And, they'll come out with a vinyl and some t-shirts and stuff. But this is the first box set, isn't it?
I think it is. I mean, they've had the other box sets that had like the Legacy and a lot of the rare things, and a couple of songs that are on this box set are reflected on that same one. But for Destroyers, to me, it's the first major one that they're doing. The oddity is the fact that the album itself was released in March of '76, and obviously we're in September of 2021. But 45 years. I mean, for me, this album is everything to me. This is why I got into Kiss.
Yeah, well, honestly, I don't think they anticipated all these delays especially with the vinyl pressings and things like that. Everything is supposedly at least 6 months later than you think you're going to get it. So if you think about it, September is 6 months from
Yep.
March. So maybe possibly that's it, or it's for them, it's not so much having the exact date, is just this is
Yeah.
still
Yeah. It's
the
still the same
year.
year.
It's the 45th anniversary.
That's
But
right.
we've seen box sets from this type from other bands. The Beatles have been re-releasing their albums with really nice packaged box sets. And of course, Metallica. Um, I don't have all the Metallica box sets, but I have the Injustice for All one. That's the first one I purchased, and I loved it. And again, the the release of the Black album one just came out 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, and I'm definitely, that's on my list too. And actually, I'm gonna pull that up today to compare it, because it looks like finally Kiss is saying, "Hey, we can celebrate our catalog in this manner also." And so with their first effort, um,
What was
you
it
know,
about Injustice for All that you love so much? Besides the fact that it's
well,
a great album, but what was it? Obviously we'll talk about the packaging and what comes in the Destroyer, but what was it about Metallica's that you really liked about it?
it was well, okay, here's the thing. It's very similar to the Black album box set that just came out. But what I loved about it, first of all, was the live album, the live concert. It's a new concert on vinyl, and so that was, you get the remastered Injustice for All, then you get a picture disc of one that is just
Okay.
incredible, and then you get the live album of a concert from during that era, that tour, and then a lot of backstage passes, laminates, patches for your jacket, posters, everything, the kitchen
Okay.
sink. Okay. And so then that's why, you know, it was nice to see, let's face it. I mean, it's about time we get something like this. So let me
I
push
just
this up here.
Yeah,
Go
the
ahead.
one thing I wish about the Destroyer box set is that it's not entirely complete as it relates to all the audio formats in one space. You know,
Well, right, right. Oh, you know what? Yeah, exactly. I was
my only
thinking the same
disappointment.
thing, and we'll kind of talk about that. Let's look first of all at what is in it. Okay, so if I don't know if I can blow this up a little bit, I guess you know, and that's why I'm going to pull up the. I just want to compare it because again, it's their first effort, and so you know, to the it, you get a number of CDs. What is it? A four CD
Four
plus a
CDs.
Blu-ray,
Yep, plus Blu-ray.
and and honestly, I was excited about all this printed material,
Yeah.
all these replicas, all these recreations. Because let's face it, even if very few fans are fortunate enough to track down originals of these items, and if you can track them down, what are the chances they're going to be in good condition?
Yeah.
Or
Or, or, reasonably priced. So, I mean, to your
yeah,
point, I mean, this is like, hey, we're going to give you everything that was released back then, separately or independently through different means, whether it's a Kiss Army, photo packets, press releases, the book. All well, the book wasn't released back then, but all those other items were independently released. So to have them all packaged in one thing is pretty cool. It's certainly a timestamp without hesitation, and that's what I love about it. Because those things, for me, being a massive Kiss fan, I'll enjoy that type of thing.
right. Yeah, I mean, again, you get Kiss Iron On, Kiss Army sticker, Detroit Rock City bumper sticker, Destroyer cover sticker. I love the posters. Okay, here's Kiss on the Westminster Bridge. Um, you get four brand new 8x10 photos. And again, if you're putting together a little, near my vinyl collection, obviously, as you've seen, and again, we'll go down there one of these episodes. But I've got the Gene Simmons, the black and white photo of Gene Simmons, but I've got that corner of the room where I've got space to hang some other things. And this is the kind of stuff that I will take the time to put up,
Right.
and Destroyer foil flyer, Canadian flyer, trading cards, which is kind of cool.
And
And
I
then
love those.
yes, and the classic Skyline poster, um, the Halloween 19. I'm excited for this. The Kiss Halloween 1976 concert poster. That's one of my favorite prints in the new package. Tour stage blueprints, um the 1976 replica tour program. That to me is
That's what I'm
very
looking
cool.
forward to seeing a
That
lot. Is it? You think that's going to be a miniature size, or you think it's going to be the size of a vinyl?
that's a good question. I don't think it'll be I think it'll be a different scale than the original. They
Okay.
were very careful. The cool thing is some of the online groups that I go on, especially the best one being, of course, Kiss My Wax.
Yep.
Those guys. There's one of the members, Nicholas Buckland, or he's from Australia, and he made that great book of all the Kiss merchandise. And but anyway, he chimed in that he actually had some input for this box set, which was really cool. And some other guys who worked on the box set are a part of that group, and so they chimed in to talk about. One guy I know, he posted a message because somebody brought that up. Like they said, I'm not, some fans are against this. One fan said, I'm not crazy about the reproductions. I sure hope they mark them so people can't, rip somebody off or think they're this or that. And the guy chimed in. He's like, they absolutely will be different or marked. And so just by him chiming in like that, I think the tour program might be a different scale or clearly printed
Mm-hmm.
2021, on
Yeah.
the back cover or something like that. I thought the newspaper was kind of a cool um that was kind of a cool touch. And then of course the hardcover book.
Well, I like the track by
Um
track interview too. I mean, yeah, for
yes.
that, and I that's the type of stuff that I just geek out over. I just love
Yes.
that historical stuff and what people thought, and so yeah, for me, and I can't wait to get my hands on the hardcover book. So that'll be amazing.
Yeah, great. Yeah. And so I mean, I saw this and like you, I'm like, where's the vinyl? Like like
And you know, real quick, I'm not gonna peel off any of the damn stickers. They always throw those things in there. I never use them. I always, it's like,
right.
heaven forbid, you put on one thing, you'll never be able to recover for it. So it'll stay in the
Yeah,
same package. It's like a tease,
true.
the ultimate tease.
True. Although I will say this, I'm starting to change my attitude a little bit about that now that, now that we're getting up there a little bit. It's part of my attitude is, what am I saving this for? If I can
You sound
find,
like Paul Stanley there.
if I can find somewhere deserving, if I can find somewhere deserving of this, um, of a sticker or something,
Yeah.
I may peel it. I may go ahead and use it.
My wife
If I
was
can
telling me
find.
that, for our logo, our Vinyl Vagrant logo, to put that on the next laptop I get, since we have a handful of those stickers out there. So
Oh
maybe one
heck
of those
yeah,
stickers can be placed on the laptop, and I can show it off at work and rock it.
that's right. That's right.
And I like that book, 66-page hardcover book with pics. And I have
Yep.
to say, there's still some websites out there, Chuck, that, man, I thought, at 50 years of age and being a Kiss fan for 45 years, my first record ever was October of 76 when my grandma bought me the Destroyer album. There's still pictures and pics of Kiss today that I'm seeing that I'm like, I've never seen that picture. It's just incredible how much data is out there and how many things can still be seen. So I'm looking forward to kind of diving in this box set when it comes. And I ordered mine last night, and we'll touch on the vinyl shortly, but we got those coming too. But this box set is pretty thorough. Why don't we jump into the CDs? Walk us through what's on the 4 CDs, bro.
Okay. Well, wait. Hold on. That like I said, yeah. When I first opened it, I was angry there was no vinyl in it. But then when I went through the description, I quickly got over it, and I ordered it anyway. I'm like, once we looked at, all the reproductions and the book, like you said, track by track interviews, and then seeing all the demos, I'm like, okay, look, it might not be in the format that I wanted, but you know, you can add on the vinyl for some of it. And yeah, it was initial disappointment, but again, I quickly got over it. If we go back, let's you say, yeah, look, the tracks here, um, all these demos that I have not. Oh, I hit the wrong button here. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let me move this over. No, 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 don't do that again. I'm trying to center it a little bit, but anyway, hopefully that shows up. Ah, it's all right.
Yeah,
But
some
anyways,
some interesting pieces on disc two. The demos, half Paul, more Gene. I think there's 15 tracks on it. 3 of those
yes.
tracks show up on Gene's solo album, and the likelihood is, given that we own the vault, Gene Simmons vault, I'm sure those same songs are
Yes.
logged into his vault recap, because that was a 12 CD. Wasn't it 12
Yes.
CDs in the vault?
Yeah, I think
There's just a
so.
plethora of songs, it was fantastic. Um,
Yeah.
but a
Yeah.
handful of these songs obviously made it to his solo album, like "Burn Up with Fever" and "True Confessions."
And I will admit, when it comes to these demos, these unfinished songs, I don't want those on vinyl. Okay. Um, that I have no interest in owning on. To me, CD is the best format for the
Yep.
demos, quick access and stuff like that. That's not something you're going to listen to over and over again. It's just more, as a
Right.
cool part of the collection.
Yeah.
What I was hoping for on vinyl, of course, is what they came out with, the remaster, but I wanted the Paris concert on vinyl.
Oh,
That,
yeah.
disc 4 here, this is what,
That's the creme de la creme.
Yes, and I'm excited to get it, but that was the one miss to me. The one miss was because that's the difference between this and the Metallica box set. The Metallica box set would put the concert on vinyl, and for this first set, for whatever reason, you know, they left that out.
You know, I'm
But
wondering. I just saw the date, and it was May of '76 when they were in Paris
yes,
playing that show. And the set list is, oh my gosh! I mean, Deuce is
yes,
my favorite Kiss song ever. So I mean, and Flamin' Youth, you know, we talked about that on one of our other
last
episodes
week,
about live
yep,
Kiss songs. So for me, I mean, this is like the ultimate set list. But I'm such a huge fan of the Destroyer and Rock and Roll Over costumes. I actually don't think for May, not that it matters because we won't see the live video. I actually don't think that they were in those costumes until I want to say like end of the summer, like July. So it doesn't matter. And I just realized in my own thought, I would have loved to have seen a video of the same concert. But for me, the
right,
live show is really, you know, the piece for me that I'm just looking forward to listening to the most. And that Disc 3 has some really cool demos. The Beth acoustic version, you know, the one that they played on Kiss Meets Fam at the Park, you know, that'll
yes,
be really cool. I mean, you know, Beth is so overplayed with the orchestra, but to hear it
right,
just on acoustic guitar, it's a really good song at its core. And there's a handful of fun things on here, some instrumentals. You Love, Do You Love Me? And they have an instrumental of that on here.
yep,
So there's some,
yep,
it'll be some interesting things. Like you said, the perfect tonic for a CD. So you can just, you know, you're not picking up the needle. You can just skip through it. It's like, all right, you know, I don't need to hear, you know, Great Expectations early version, you know, but I might want to hear Detroit Rock City instrumental because that's one of my all-time favorite Kiss songs too.
yes. And
So
I
it's
would
like,
definitely want to hear King of the Nighttime World alternate mix,
yeah, I mean, yeah,
and
it's like I'd
things
just be
like
curious.
that.
Is that alternate mix like just chords? Is it words? You know, who knows?
Yeah.
But that'll be the fun stuff to listen through.
Do
Um,
You Love Me alternate mix? I
yeah.
mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, it's really nice to see this album get
And
this
that
kind of
live
treatment.
show comes with solos, comes with guitar and drum, and I think it also comes with a bass solo.
Yeah,
So you know that'll be interesting because they haven't really, you know, Gene traditionally hadn't done bass solos. It was always just that opportunity for him to spew the blood. So whether or not that's part of it or that is the solo, we'll see. But I'm stoked to see what that live album sounds like.
yeah, and then also one thing that I'm really curious about is the Blu-ray. You know, I've heard about these Blu-ray CDs and how about the sound is phenomenal, but I think Blu-ray um I think Blu-ray audios are meant to be played like through a home theater system, not like a traditional, just a traditional stereo with the two left and right speakers.
That's
So,
my understanding too.
and you know, I mean, I've got a mini home theater system with the center channel and stuff, but I mean, my investment is in my regular stereo. So we'll see how useful that is to me. I'm definitely curious. I'm definitely curious to see how that turns out.
Yeah. You know, the crazy thing is, back in the day, man, these albums were so short. We had a brief conversation about this a couple weeks ago. We were hanging out about how the brevity of these early Kiss albums, clocking in at 28, 35 minutes long, and Destroyer is no exception. But I mean, damn it. I mean, the first album is chock full of classics, and this album is absolutely chock full of classics. I
Yes.
mean, we
Yes.
love every Kiss album, but when it comes to like which ones still make the set list and which ones probably resonate with most or your average fan, it's probably going to be those two albums. And that's why I'm so excited to just dive into this thing and just check it all out. And, you know, being that it was my first album ever, yeah, it holds an emotional space for me. So I can't wait to get it.
All right. So before okay, so here we go. We get four CDs, we get a Blu-ray, and then we get a ton of extras, posters, books, prints, tour program, A lot of goodies. All right, now before we let's see. Let's switch to this one. Before we move on to the vinyl, very quickly, I just want to do a comparison. Here's the Metallica box set. Okay, now the Metallica box set is $240. All right. This Kiss one that was just released, $200. As you can see here, I mean, I'm not going to go through all this. I do like the reproductions of the magazine covers. That these, I believe, are lithographs, I think. But this is a very cool collectible if you're a Metallica fan. But as you can see here, you know, you get the Metallica album remastered double LP, just like Destroyer. You get the CD too. Then you get a picture disc. You get 3 live LPs, 14 CDs, six DVDs. Okay. And now these 14 CDs have all that same stuff, you know, demos,
the tribute songs that people sung on.
Guitar. No. Is that part? Yeah, that probably is part of the whole set. I wasn't sure if that was something separate or not. There's another page here where they show. Oh, did I lose it? Look at that. Look at my screen. I'm having a problem here with the Metallica. Here we go. So
it's already sold out, it said, huh?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it is, but I'm just saying, you know, they put the live concert on the LP. You get, there's somewhere on the page which I had and then I kind of lost. You know, here CD2 riffs, demos, rough mixes, CD3, and then they got a video here where he walks it all through it. But anyway, I just wanted to put that on pretty quick. Let me kill that. We'll come back.
I tell you what, that tour that they were on.
But to get like 6 LPs and 14 CDs for $240. Right. My point is, and again, I'm not complaining about the price of the Kiss box set. I'm just asking for include the LPs in it. Right. Include the LPs. Because look, if we add the LPs, if we then you're at the same price. You're at the same price. You're at
$250.
You're at the 240. 240. If you get the colored, you're at the 250. But yeah, so let me get that back up there real quick as we look at the vinyl. And you know, so then I thought, okay, well, including the albums, it's the same price as the Metallica set. Now the Metallica set, I think the book's like 120 pages or something like that. But again, you know, you get a nice book here with the LP. So that too would be 20-page booklet.
And you gotta love. I'm glad the albums aren't splatter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just
you don't care for the splatter?
I like the yellow and gold. I've had a couple splatter albums that just never played as well as just the full color, whether it's black or a full color. It's just the splatter albums sometimes are a little dicey.
Yeah. Well, they say the black vinyl, you got to be careful because, you know, the black vinyl is usually the best quality. It just depends on the color. I love the look of the splatter. I think if you're going to do a colored vinyl as a collectible, I think that adds to the look, to the dynamic of it. I loved what they did with the solo albums. I love that, you know, each of the solo albums, the color made sense for that.
Yeah.
This, I don't know. I don't know why they chose yellow and red. I don't know the significance. I don't know why this is $10 more than the regular version.
Because color.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess. I mean, to me, you just make this really limited because the fans, look, they'll go after this. They love this stuff. And then when these sell out, then that makes the colored versions very special. Not because they're $10 more, but you just make us, 500 copies of this, and then once they're gone, and everybody else gets the black ones, or something like that. But
right. And the reality is, I may play those once. I'm more interested in the booklet,
yes,
than I am the album itself. I mean, I have the original one from '76. I have the resurrected one when did that come out, Chuck? Was that 2012?
oh gee, I couldn't
It was
give
it
you
was
your
in the last handful of
12 or
years.
14, 12 or
Yeah.
14.
So we have that. So it's not like,
Yeah.
by
And that,
picking that up.
I enjoy that one. But no, this does have, this is the new remaster though. So you don't know how this is this is supposedly a new remaster than the 2014 releases. So, I mean, you do have to take that in consideration that this is going to sound different.
You're going to get the LP of the demos, buddy.
Yeah, right. Which is cool. That's cool. But again, give me 4 LPs or give me 3. Give me front and back of the concert.
Give me a live, the live '76 in Paris on vinyl. Yeah. That would be amazing.
Yes, it would.
Even if it was just a 3-sided vinyl, that's fine too.
Yep.
No different than a live 2. So, but yeah, it's still exciting. Obviously, we have our orders in. I think these items arrive November? They were saying.
Yeah. Not too distant future. So of course, once we have them, we'll be back up. We'll be, this is the preview. Then we got to come back and do the review.
That's right.
Share our thoughts. Yeah, and if anybody out there watches this, let us know what you think. Is the box set worth it? What are you most excited to get out of this set? Are you getting it? Is it a pass for you? Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. I know, because the reason why I like discussing this on here is because you get a lot better feedback from fans. I hate when they post these things on social media and you got people who you don't even understand why they're following KISS, and they all make the same, useless comments about this or that, or, the price, or, so I mean, anyway. Looking for some quality feedback from the fans out there anyway.
I tell you what, man, when you put that Metallica Black Album up, it's kind of hard to compare to Kiss Destroyer.
Well,
but, still, I mean,
we know KISS. We know, let's face it, we know KISS. But again, that's why we're discussing this. That's why we're talking about this right now. Because, this is their first foray into this. This is the first time they've done this. So if the fans speak up and say, hey, look at what Metallica's doing, maybe you need to up the ante a little, then maybe for the next one they will. I would love to get one of these sets for like Kiss Alive 2 or something like that. I would love that.
That being said, too, I think when you put things in perspective, the fact that when all this was done, they were really writing and recording this album in late '75, early '76. And things were just different back then.
Yep.
Compared to when Metallica was releasing the Black Album in the early '90s, was it '91 or whenever that was? Yep. The reality was they were probably writing a lot of extra songs, and it was just more things were recorded and live shows were more recorded. So, in fairness to KISS, I think this is where the content comes into play, more so than the volume of recorded detail or data, just because, when you think about it, it was, decades before, the thing really started coming out. We were just recording, videotaping everything. So we'll see, when is the 50, well, obviously we're at, 50-year anniversary for the first album be coming out in 2024, right?
Yeah, or 2023.
because that came out in February of '74, I think it
Yeah,
was.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So
Because their
that'll be
50th
interesting too.
anniversary will be 2023 as a band. But yeah. Anyway, it's right around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, who knows? That'd be, it's just it's a moment in time before the next big box set could come out
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
So
But like you said, that was even earlier. They were struggling so hard just to make it.
right,
They might not even have anything extra from those first. What survived, what was kept. Who knows if the band was even going to last more than a month back then. I mean,
yeah,
it was like,
no, you're right. Because I mean, it's funny that you say that in that way because I remember watching. We've all seen the Metallica documentary, not some kind of monster, but the one for the Black Album itself, and they were recording that album with Bob Rock for a year.
yeah,
Whereas when
yeah,
they went into Electric Lady Studios, Kiss back in late '73, early '74, like Gene and Paul said in the Kiss biography, they were only in there after hours for a limited amount of time. So it's like, all right, let's knock out these 5 songs tonight, and try to, maybe we have like 3 days to record the album kind of stuff. So I suppose, yeah, from that perspective, the number of outtakes and ideas and things like that are going to be extremely limited, and this is where the content heavy stuff comes in. And that's also, Destroyer was really the cusp of when, live, of course, broke big for them, but Destroyer is when, that golden era, between Destroyer and Dynasty, when, there is a lot of content, maybe not necessarily a lot of recorded material, but certainly a lot of cool content, which is really the end reason why I'm buying the box set myself.
yes, yes. All right, well said. All right, well, like I said, this was big news on Friday, breaking news. We wanted to get our reaction. We always seem to think about this like, a couple weeks later, and then it's not. I wanted to come on here and get it now, you know while it's fresh. And like I say, we'll just wait for the release and we'll see how it turns out.
Sounds good, Chuck. Thanks for having me, and have a good night, Vagrants.
All right, we'll see you next week or soon.